Suppose there is no self-confidence with the entrepreneur, then obviously the workforce who is working for him will also lack confidence. There's an entrepreneur, he has started his own factory to manufacture a product. In return, what he is doing, he is generating employment, which leads to economic development of a country. Small industries, they get subsidy, that is, some financial assistance will be given to start an enterprise or come out with a manufacturing unit. Hello everyone, this is Purna Chandra, Faculty, Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram, the Temple of Excellence. So we are discussing the model paper for the subject Entrepreneurship Development for 5th Sem BCom. So in today's class, I'll be teaching you people regarding how to write the questions. I'll also be discussing important questions for the subject Entrepreneurship Development for the examination March 2023. So we will start. So first, I'll teach you regarding the different parts inside the question paper. So the question paper is for 80 marks. So part A, each question will carry 5 marks. So there will be 6 questions that will be asked in part A, and out of those 6, you have to answer any 5. So total you are getting 5 into 4, that is 20 marks in part A. So now we go to part B. So 10 marks each questions in part B. So here 5 questions will be asked. Out of that you can answer any 3. So 3 into 10. So the total marks here is 30. So now we go to part C. So each question carries 15 marks. So here 4 questions will be asked. Out of 4 you have to answer any 2. So you are getting 30 marks. So in total it is 20 plus 30 plus 30. It is 80 marks. This is the pattern of the question paper. So now we will discuss the important questions part by part. So first we will discuss the 15 marks questions. So here the first important 15 mark question which you can expect is define entrepreneurship, explain the characteristics of successful entrepreneur. So how do you write the answer for this question? So I will explain. So here first you give one definition of entrepreneurship. Who is an entrepreneur? First you can give entrepreneur or you can give entrepreneurship. Both the definition you give. So entrepreneur is a person who brings in capital and he takes certain amount of risk. He comes out with a production process. He manufactures a product. He becomes successful in selling that product and he becomes an entrepreneur. This is the definition of entrepreneur. Now, what is the definition of entrepreneurship is? It refers to all those activities that is carried out by an entrepreneur in terms of taking risk, investing money, coming out with a quality product, selling it in the market and becoming successful. So both definition you write. Then these are the characteristics of successful entrepreneur. First one is facilitating character. So he should be a very dynamic character. He should be a very hardworking person and he should facilitate things to happen. So that is the first character. Next, self-confidence. So entrepreneur should have self-confidence within himself. Suppose there is no self-confidence with the entrepreneur, then obviously the workforce who is working for him will also lack confidence. So he should have self-confidence. Then work with vision and mission. So he should have the vision, that is the future foresight regarding where he is going to head after 3 years or after 5 years, where he'll be placed in the business after 5 years. So you should have a vision. Then mission is objective. For example, a prospective entrepreneur, his mission might be, I want to make 1 crore this year, or I will want to make 10 crores after 5 years. So that is mission. So to achieve that, he has to invest his time, money and efforts. That is the meaning of work with vision and mission. So next, high degree of endurance. That is, he should have the stamina to work for long hours every day, 365 days a year. Because to be a successful entrepreneur, it will not happen in days or it will not happen in months. It will happen in years, that is more than 5 years. Approximately it might take 5 to 7 years to become a successful entrepreneur. So here he should have a high degree of endurance to put his effort in many years. That is the meaning. Troubleshooting nature, that is, business means you will have to deal with different people, suppliers, customers, employees, etc. So obviously there will be some kind of problems that you will have to face. So you should have a troubleshooting nature to deal with those problems and you move forward. That is troubleshooting nature. So next, initiative and enterprising personality. So here the entrepreneur should be a role model to the workforce who are working for him. He should take the initiative. That is, he should take the risk. He should take the initiative of investing money. So, and he becomes enterprising. That is, when an entrepreneur takes initiative, that means he is very enterprising. That is, he is business oriented. That is one more characteristics. Then goal setter. That is, he should specify his goals very clearly in the business plan. What is his goal? What kind of product he wants to manufacture? After manufacturing, how he is going to promote the product? Once the product is sold, how he wants to innovate the product? All these goals has to be set. This is goal setter. Next, calculated risk-taking ability, because business means it is risk. More risk, more profit. Less risk, less profit. So when you are taking risk, you should foresee the future possible uncertain events that might happen. So you should be a calculated risk taker. So just because you are having money, that doesn't mean you should take risk. So when you are taking risk also, you should calculate certain things. You should keep certain criteria in your mind and then take risk. So this is also one successful element of a successful character or a characteristics of a successful entrepreneur. So next, we go to the second question for 15 marks, which you can expect. It is, explain the role of entrepreneurship in economic development. So we will understand how you write this. Similarly, you give one definition of entrepreneurship and entrepreneur. Then you explain these, that is, roles of an entrepreneur in economic development. So these are the different roles of an entrepreneur in economic development. So here, entrepreneurship promotes capital formation. That is, people just keeping money in the bank or saving money, they can invest on an idea and they can become successful. That is the meaning. Second one, creates large-scale employment opportunity. That is, there's an entrepreneur, he has started his own factory to manufacture a product. In return, what he is doing? He is generating employment, which leads to economic development of a country. Next, promotes balanced regional development. That is, when an entrepreneur, for example, he starts a factory or a manufacturing unit in a rural area, what happens? That rural area gets balanced regional development. So there people, they get employment, and on top of that they get quality products at reasonable price. So they are developed. That is the meaning. Reduces concentration of economic power. That is, it reduces the concentration of economic power with only few people by coming out with more number of enterprises. That is the meaning. Wealth creation and distribution. It is also involved in wealth creation. It generates employment, it creates revenue, and it also distributes it among the people. That is the meaning. Increasing gross national product and per capita income. So it increases gross national product. That is, the total value of all the goods and services sold in a particular country. So more number of entrepreneurs means more number of products. More products means GNP is increasing. Then here we see what is per capita income. It is the average income of people inside the organization. So next we go for per capita income. Per capita income is the average income of people in a country. So how it is calculated? It is the total income of the country. All the people is added and it is divided by the population. That is per capita income. So this is the criteria. So next, improving the standard of living of people. That is, entrepreneurs, if they give quality products at reasonable price, the standard of living of people also increases. Next, promotes countries' export trade. So if entrepreneurs are producing products and exporting it to other countries, it leads to economic development of a country. So these are the things So when you are writing these things, you make sure you write for 3 sides in your answer booklet. That is the meaning. So you write the point and explain it as I have given in notes. So next, third question, explain entrepreneurship development program, explain its objectives and importance. How do you write this? So here you give one definition of entrepreneurship development program. So basically it is a program to promote entrepreneurship. That is the basic meaning. So you refer the notes definition, you write. Then there are 12 objectives of EDP in notes. Any 10 you can write. If you are comfortable with 12, you can write 12. Then importance of EDP. There are different importance stated in the notes. You write it. So this is regarding this question. Next, what is business ethics? Explain the social responsibility of an entrepreneur. So business ethics is nothing but your moral values which you follow while doing business. So here there is social responsibility of entrepreneur towards customers, suppliers and government and society. So first you explain the definition of business ethics. So after definition of business ethics, you give one definition of social responsibility. Social responsibility is doing some charity to the society. That is the meaning. So here social responsibility of an entrepreneur towards customers, providing quality goods at reasonable price. That is there. Then giving after sale service to the customers, redressal of any complaints. Then suppliers, making payment on time, not cheating them. That is there. Then government, following rules and regulations, policies of the government, paying tax promptly. Then society, make sure there is no pollution on behalf of the organization towards the society. Try to maintain peace in the society. That is regarding society. So these things, as I have mentioned in the notes, you explain. This is a very important question. So next, explain the steps involved in establishing a new enterprise. So how do you write this? So you give the definition of entrepreneurship and there are 15 steps in the notes. Right from decision to be an entrepreneur till feedback and evaluation. You explain like I have given in the notes. So next, explain the various subsidies and incentives provided by state and central government for development of small scale industries. So there are 10 different things which I have explained. We will see how you can write that. So the first one is you give the meaning of small scale industry. Then government subsidies and incentives for SSIs are, the first one is credit guarantee fund scheme for micro and small enterprise. So for MSMEs they provide credit, that is loan. So next, Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. So this mainly gives loan up to 10 lakhs for non-corporate and non-farming business. That is the meaning. Next, subsidy through National Small Industry Corporation. That is small industries, they get subsidy. That is some financial assistance will be given to start an enterprise or come out with a manufacturing unit. Credit linked capital subsidy scheme for technology upgradation. That is, you want to upgrade to the latest technology, certain amount will be given as subsidy to upgrade to the latest technology. Next, Stand Up India scheme to promote entrepreneurship inside India. Next, lean manufacturing competitiveness for MSMEs. So this is mainly directed to certain manufacturing units that come under MSME who are involved in lean manufacturing. Next, government subsidy for small business for cold chain. Cold chain is nothing but refrigerating or keeping certain products cool. That is, dairy products or certain products like your poultry or meat, they have to be refrigerated. So if they are involved in that, this subsidy will hold good for that. This subsidy will holding good for that. Integrated development for leather sector scheme. So they are involved in the manufacturing of any leather goods like your shoes, belts or your vanity bags. This is applicable for that. Technology and quality upgradation support scheme. So this is mainly for upgrading the technology so that there is no pollution. Next, integrated process development scheme. This is also intended to focus on the latest processes that happen inside the organization. That is to promote eco-friendly methods of production. So these are the 10 different schemes. Like I have mentioned in the notes, you explain one by one. So next we move on to 10-mark questions. So we will understand. This is part B. Define woman entrepreneur. Any woman who is an entrepreneur is a woman entrepreneur. So you give a definition of entrepreneurs, then challenges faced by women entrepreneurs. There are 10 different challenges in the notes. You refer that and you write. So 10 marks, 2 sides of the booklet you will have to fill. Next, explain the functions of an entrepreneur. That is, there are mainly 4 bifurcations. You give one definition of entrepreneurship, then you write the 4 definition with explanation. Discuss the role of district industry centers in industrial development. Functions of DIC. That is, district industry centers are set up in each district across India to promote entrepreneurship or small scale industries. So that is district industry centers, and there are different functions mentioned in the notes. You write them for 10 marks. Next, discuss the role of SIDBI in promoting small scale industries. That is, SIDBI means Small Industries Development Bank of India. How it promotes small scale industries by refinancing, providing equipment leasing loans, or providing machineries on hire purchase, etc. How it is explained in the notes, you explain. So this is that. Next, what is NBFC? Explain the types of NBFC. That is, your non-banking financial company, different types of NBFC, for example, Nidhi companies, or your currency exchanges, investment companies, equipment leasing companies, hire purchase companies, currency exchanges. So you can explain those types here. Next, what is meant by project report? Explain its importance and write the general format of project report. So project is a series of tasks that are carried out for a temporary period of time to achieve some goal. So project report is done before a project, just to highlight what the project is going to do. So here in the general format, there are 10 formats with explanation. You write one by one. So next, what do you mean by event management? So here you give one definition of what do you mean by event management, and after that, what are the recent trends in event management, like party organizing, catering, and your corporate event planning and your wedding planning. All these 4 you have to explain like I have given in the notes. So next, we go for important 5-mark questions. So that is industrial estates and importance. Industrial estates is nothing but cluster of industries, cluster of units, manufacturing units. So you write that for 5 marks. For 5 marks, you will have to fill one side of your booklet. Next, self-employment, recent trends and advantages. So recent trends in self-employment means freelance artists, writers, graphic designers, etc. So how it is there in the notes, you write. Rural employment and challenges. So rural entrepreneurs and challenges. What is rural entrepreneur? He is a entrepreneur who come out with some business or manufacturing unit in rural areas. For example, he can do poultry, or he can get into dairy or tree farming, etc. And they will also face certain challenges. So that you have to write. Agriculture entrepreneurs, the same as rural entrepreneurs. They make use of agriculture produce and they come out with certain products. So their challenges also you write. Procedure for obtaining loan under Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. So PM Mudra Yojana is Yojana that gives loan for non-farming and non-corporate up to 10 lakhs. So there is certain procedure for that. You will have to approach a bank and you have to fulfill their eligibility criteria. Then you have to give certain documents. Then you can get the loan in Mudra Yojana, and there is no collateral required and there is no processing fees for loan under Mudra Yojana. Like it is there in the notes, you explain. Then tourism products. So what is tourism? You given definition. Tourism products is a combination of hotel accommodation or service or any products that a person buys in the trip. So how it is there in the notes, you explain. New generation entrepreneurs. This is basically your latest entrepreneurs who are emerging, like your Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, or your Bill Gates of Microsoft, or the Ritesh Agarwal who has come out with Oyo Rooms. So these are new generation entrepreneurs. So you can expect these questions for 5 marks. So this is regarding the question discussion. So with this, we are done with the model paper. Thank you.